Hello and welcome to a quick YouTube Photoshop tutorial. I want to show you how you can work with raw images in Photoshop and how to preserve all that dynamic data we don't want to lose. So yeah, this time the tutorial is in English as you can hear, so sorry Danes, but let's just get to it. So let's go up and open a raw image, and I have one here with my good friend Georgiana, and I'm just going to reset all the settings and open the image. Actually, this is not what we're going to do, and as you can see, when we have this open, it's no longer a raw image, it's just an ordinary picture here with not the dynamic data we wanted to keep. So let's try that again and press file open and open the same image. This time, before you press open here in the raw editor, if you don't know what this raw editor does or what it is, I suggest you search for more tutorials because it's really powerful and important to know. So before you press open image, you're going to hold down shift, and this time Photoshop suggests that you should open as a smart object. So let's do that. And as you can see now, this special icon means it's an embedded embedded smart object. And if you double click on it, we can always go back and change the settings here in the camera raw editor, even though if we have made some work, let's say we have made some lights here coming from the side, we can always go back and edit that. And this is really handy if you want to change, let's say you want to make the background a little bit darker, and when you have all this dynamic data on your raw image, why not use it? So instead of trying to do some, let's say, levels here, I can turn it down the brightness here, the exposure of the background, and then try to keep her out from it. Instead of that, we could I'm just going to make an error now. We could duplicate that, and now this is the same image as this. So if this is the error I talked about. If we turn down the overall exposure here and press OK, it's actually going to affect both layers. Since it's an embedded layer, it's linked to the same file. So instead, we're going to undo that and right click. So instead of the duplicate as we did before with the hotkey Control J, we're going to say new smart object via copy. So now you can see that if you saw here in the document, it's going to take up some more space, unfortunately, but we're going to have two smart objects with different exposure settings. So let's turn down the exposure on that one, and we kept all the dynamic data, and we have more lights and data to work with, giving us more details and such. So before ending this tutorial, I want to quickly talk about this new feature here in Photoshop CC, because as you can go now and press camera raw filter, and you'll get the same settings as before when we double click this embedded smart object. But as you see here, this is not a smart object, and that means it's not a raw image. So if you dial up the exposure, you're not going to have the same dynamic range and the dynamic data and all the nice details that raw images contain. So this is not the same though. It's really handy and nice to have, but you have to keep in mind it's not the same as having an actual embedded linked raw image and then double click on it and edit those details. It's handy but not the same. I made it because I didn't see this tip on YouTube and I found it quite useful. So please like and comment if you like this video. See you around.